lots of seasons in life, and people think that if something fits them at one point, that they're supposed to do it forever, and then they kind of feel bad about not doing that. And sometimes we're supposed to work through it, but at other times, like what we're doing may be prepping us for something that happens next, and not necessarily for that thing for the long term. So.
I completely agree. I think it's seasons, winter, spring, summer, fall. I mean, your life is in seasons, and even chapters too. You know, you learn so much through those times, and they really, it's the journey and not the destination.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by people's journey. Like, it's great to see where they are, but figuring out like how they got there. And because some people have like such similar ones and end up in totally different places, and other people it's just like completely different journeys. Yet we all end up in the exact same place.
Yes, I completely agree.
So much fun. So you grew up listening to a lot of music, and like you're now in Music City. Like, did you ever have any aspirations of being a musician?
Yes, I did. I did. And there are some tracks out there which don't listen to them. They're so unbelievably bad.
I promise not to look for them. I can't promise what other people do.
They're so bad. When I was a kid, I used to deal with things by writing music. And so I would, when I was a kid, I had like this book stapled together and wrote lyrics on lyrics, and there were some just crazy stuff, because it's almost like a journal. And I titled it from the beginning of the end or something, and then I ended up taking some of the songs and making them into a recording. But I just didn't feel like that's where I really needed to be. I'm more of a person that loves finding out things than I am singing. Singing. I can talk in front of people, but I can't sing in front of people. So yeah, bad. But yes, and in Nashville's such a city of talent. I mean, I couldn't even compete. I mean, I couldn't even. No, I'm not a singer, but I love music. Like you said, I'm infatuated by music. I love to find out silly details that don't even matter, like number ones. And you know, someone challenged me the other day and said, I love Reba, not fanatically, but I like learning about her, especially her age and her career is still going strong. Someone said that Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert were the only artists to have a #1 hit, you know, in the past 5 years. And I said, well, I know that's not true for a fact, because I know Reba McEntire had a song, Consider Me Gone, that was #1. So, but like, you know, I mean, who would spout that off? So, yeah.
So do you have like a lot of those things where you just kind of know them, like almost like still as if you're pretending to be on TRL, like you just have all these random facts?
Oh my goodness, yes, TRL I was obsessed. I had, you know, back in the day with VCRs, you know, I would tape each episode, and I really like Kelly Clarkson, so I really just wanted to see where she charted. But I mean, I would just watch the whole thing, and then I would tape over each day to make sure I got the Kelly Clarkson video, because you know, you didn't have DVR, you couldn't find out what your favorite artist ranked, and internet was there, but it wasn't always accurate, you know. So.
Yeah, especially in the beginning, like early 90s.
Oh my god. you know.
I remember, I think I got my first computer in 98. Or at least like the first one that was able to go on the internet, and that was when AOL was really big. And so I remember every time I would power it up, like I would log into AOL, and then I would have like at least 2 friends that were online that would message me at the exact same moment, which was way too much for my computer, and then it shut everything down.
I loved it. I loved AOL. Yeah. You've got mail, and then you could chat with your friends on AIM, and that was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Now we have Facebook.
So, which, you know, it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't chat with friends like nearly as much as I used to. But I don't know. I remember when IMDb came out, and like that was a really big thing, because like I'm a huge film person.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm just kind of like, I can find out like what everybody was in, and I'm like, oh, and they did this and they did that, and it was so fascinating. But there wasn't, and there still really isn't like an equivalent for music. So it was, yeah, you had to watch MTV and TRL and all that stuff to like figure out where charts were and everything. So
exactly. And disappointing, Billboard doesn't even chart their whole chart on their website, because they want you to buy their magazines or subscribe online, and you can only really find out the first half. So I'm always bummed, because I think, well, I want to know the whole chart, you know?
So yeah, and like SoundScan stuff isn't online either, because like I had a lot of friends that were trying to figure out where they were, and it was, so yeah, there's a lot that like music doesn't have that
I would love for it to get there, and hopefully it will, for people like you and I.
Yeah.
Or I love music, yeah, so obviously.
Alright, well speaking of TRL, we're going to play a little game.
Oh.
A little trivia
Okay.
game.
Okay.
It's nothing super embarrassing,
Okay,
only because
no,
I
I
didn't
love
have a lot
this.
of time to plan
Okay,
something super
I'm so
embarrassing.
excited. I'm pumped. Okay.
Yes. Alright, so I have some trivia questions. Most of them are able to be found on the internet.
Okay, all right.
Alright, so what year did TRL get a live audience?
98?
Close.
99.
Yes. It started in 98.
Okay, yes,
and
it
then a
did
year
start in
later-
98. Okay,
yes,
yes.
99.
Carson did. Okay, yes, I'm sorry.
No worries. Alright, what is the name of the country music spin-off that premiered in 2001?
Most Wanted.
Yeah. CMT Most Wanted Live.
Yes.
Excellent.
CMT Most Wanted.
Alright, what is the
Lance
name?
Smith was the host.
Really? I didn't see. I think I read that on Wikipedia, but I didn't write that down,
Yes,
so I totally
sorry.
would have got that wrong if I asked myself. All right, what is the name of the guy who did the news on TRL?
John Norris. Or,
Mm-hmm.
well, John Norris, and then Sujin Pop, and then, hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah, I guess I probably should have been more specific.
No, it's okay. You're, dang it. The one I'm missing is, you're going to have to tell me.
Brian McFadden.
Oh, I don't think that was early days, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I happened to find a random clip, and he was doing the news on that one, so I'm assuming that that's correct.
That is, I'm sure it is. I mean, yes.
Because he was really nervous because the person that he was doing the news about was actually the guest that time, and so like this is so weird.
I love it.
It was really adorable. All right, what SNL actor often spoofed Carson Daly?
What SNL actor often spoofed Carson Daly? I would think Will Ferrell, but I no. Jimmy Fallon?
Yes.
Oh,
Which is hilarious because now he's a talk show
yes.
host.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
Practice right there.
Yeah. That's where he gets it all from. Except he was really awkward when he started, so maybe he was still trying to channel his impressions of Carson Daly. All right. When did Carson Daly step down as host of TRL?
The saddest day of my life. That was well, it was a gradual process. I think when he really stepped down was probably about 2003, 2002.
Wikipedia says 2002.
2002.
So I think it was late 2002 because it was talking about like September 2002,
It's
and
such a
then
bummer.
he was gone.
They would do a little break where they would break for a few weeks,
Yeah.
and then when they returned, it was gone because he started hosting Last Call with Carson Daly.
Which, incidentally, was around the time that I started thinking about show and talks. That's how long I've
Oh,
had this
wow, yeah.
thing. So, yeah. It's kind of like, what? Carson Daly is a talk show host, and I can do it, too.
Yeah, he inspired so many people. I mean, now more Ryan Seacrest, but I mean, Carson Daly is still homeboy. You know what I mean? Like, I tweet him every day. Not really, but I do tweet him, so.
No, you should. Then you can be on Last Call with
I
Carson
would
Daly,
love
too.
to. I
Yes.
would enjoy talking to him.
We can do a, 15 days of Carson Daly?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause you don't want to do 25, because
No.
you just did that with Ellen. But
Yeah, and I don't know if I could do 15 days with Carson. That would be like...
it's true. He's way more low-key. So
Yes.
trying to figure out something to do for
He
15
is
days.
very low key. And if you watch, I mean, I watched some TRL. I was like, Carson. I mean, he's just like, hey everybody, what's going on? And then like it was so funny when he would interview people because he would take on their roles. Like he interviewed Eminem, he'd be like, yo, or you know, something like
It was. It was hilarious. Like
Insane.
I watched it all the time, and it's like this guy is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep watching.
he was really good at what he did. He was a pioneer,
Yeah, absolutely.
obviously for us.
Indeed. All right, so the last question.
Okay.
It's going to be a tough one.
Okay.
I found it on a video. On the episode of TRL that Limp Bizkit was on there, he announced that he was changing the band's name. Do you know what he changed the band name to? I actually forgot to write it down.
Did he?
It was super random.
Super random. Fred Durst.
That would make a lot more sense. No, it was chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. I don't know how you didn't get that one.
I don't know how he... Yeah, and why would you ever want to... He is crazy.
Yes.
I love Limp Bizkit. I don't listen to him anymore, but I did at the time, you know.
They
did
were
all for
huge
them.
at that time, because I think that was like 2000 that interview happened. So.
They were major. I mean, it was pretty much Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, and Limp Bizkit that ran TRL for the longest time.
Yeah. Outstanding.
That's so much. Oh my gosh, that was such a good game.
Yay. It was so fun. I know. I'm racking my brain trying to think of stuff. 'Cause I want to do games each time.
I love it.
And I'm just like, I don't know. Oh, he likes TRL. Let's do a trivia
I
game.
love it. I don't think I passed, but it's okay. I mean,
You're still a winner.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I knew like around about the times, but
You knew way more than I would have known had I not looked it up on Wikipedia.
tell you, it's
And
obsessive.
Wikipedia could be wrong. You never know.
And did you, I'm sure you knew this. Vanessa Manillo, you know, she's married to Nick Lachey now. She was on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's had another baby. Just had another baby. Congratulations, Vanessa Manillo, if you're watching this. It's
We wish you many happy years with
Yes.
your child.
Yes. And
That was
your
a really
Nick.
weird thing to say.
Yeah. He's a host now too, by the way, side note.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
a
know
host.
that.
He's hosting on MTV, I think. Or he hosts the Sing Off.
Oh yeah. There's so many other shows now.
I know.
I get overwhelmed.
There are a sea of shows, and it's, you know, the talent's not as, you know, it's not like Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood anymore, you know. But anyway, sorry.
Oh, no worries.